So this video is kind of be on how to be productive more than it is on gardening, because getting a lot done in the garden kind of comes back to knowing how to be productive and managing your time effectively. So one thing that helps me is making lists, and this will be relatable for a lot of people. And number one is make your list, but structure the list so that it makes sense and is useful for you. Like, don't just keep adding things to your list, and then when you look at your list, it's overwhelming. You need to break your list into sections and then put the things that are most important and most pressing at the front of that list. Like, if you're going to get the most bang for your buck out of doing such and such in the garden, like building a raised bed or whatever, or amending your raised bed with compost, or whatever it is, what is going to help you the most first. And if you are like me, sometimes I have trouble getting started. Maybe doing something small and then using that momentum to keep going, because you're like, oh, I've done something, I can do more. Like, sometimes it's little things you can trick yourself into being productive that help. The little things help. Currently, getting back to my list, currently I like to use Google Keep. I have been using that for years for all sorts of lists and productivity reasons, just because it was really easy to use and be organized with. I have, in recent times, found plenty of limitations with it. It doesn't let me do certain things. I can't organize the lists in certain ways. So I have been looking at alternatives to that app. And I know a lot of people like Evernote or Trello or things like that for their productivity and their lists and things like that. So I have started looking into those as different time and list management apps. And you don't have to use an app. You can use paper. You can use calendars. As long as you have a system that helps you. I've seen so many different methodologies from different people, and I'm like, yeah, that's a really cool system. I just like my system, As long as you have a system that helps you get things done, and then you're happy with your progress, that is what you need. Whatever your workflow is for your productivity, that's, as long as it works for you, then that's great. You don't have to use my system or anybody else's system. As long as you have a system that is effective and you're able to prioritize what's important to maximize your time and get things done. You see what I'm saying? For instance, today I had on my list, like, let's do such and such video, and then that'll kind of dovetail nicely into this next video, and then that one will, those ones will have given me momentum for this other video that I've been dragging my feet on, stuff like that. And then while I'm doing this video, I can get such and such done, and I can pot up this plant at the same time because I'll be in this area, just kind of associating different things together that makes sense. But that's kind of getting into the way I structure my list. Anyway, this has been some ramblings on trying to be more effective and productive with time management as it applies to gardening. And I hope that even a little bit of that kind of helps you shape your thinking on those topics. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.